Hi, I'm Elizabeth. If you're like me, a busy mom, your to-do list is as long as your arm. It actually grows every day. There's more being added to it than being taken off of it. And just the things that we need to accomplish in the day get overwhelming. And the last thing that anyone has time for is that 8 hours of sleep that we're supposed to get each night. Because I know for myself in the evening when I think about, okay, I need to go to bed now, I also think about, well, I should also take care of that and I can't forget to do that and I need to get that done. And it's sort of like competing interests, right? Like, yes, I need to go to bed, but I also need to do all of these things. And I'm here to actually give you some really good news. And I want to tell you that the quality of your sleep is actually more important than the quantity of your sleep. So we're going to talk about why that is and where to start to make sure that the quality of your sleep is letting you feel rested, rejuvenated, and ready for the day. So maybe sleep is a challenge for you, or maybe you don't even know if sleep is a challenge for you. If you're someone who feels exhausted all the time, you're feeling tired and depleted, maybe you're finding yourself snapping at your kids or fighting with your partner, maybe you're struggling to lose weight, maybe you're having a hard time keeping up at work. Even if you feel like you're sleeping well, if you're not feeling rested and energized, chances are you probably aren't. So here's the thing about sleep quality. I got to nerd out a little bit on you right now. Rem sleep, or this rapid eye movement, I'm sure you've heard of that. This is a phase of sleep that's part of our normal sleep cycle. So we all sleep on cycles that kind of go up and down throughout the night. And Rem sleep is actually where the magic happens. So that's where the growth hormones and the growth hormones are secreted, where the repair, the restoration, the recovery, that's the part of sleep that's really important, where all of that happens. And this is why quality is more important than quantity, because you can get 6 hours of sleep, but you're in really good cycles with some really good REM sleep, or you can get 8 hours of lying in bed, tossing and turning and kind of light sleeping and dozing, which is not repairing or restoring anything. And so this is why focusing on the quality of your sleep is a really, really great thing to start with instead of worrying about the quantity. So how do we do this? I'm going to share with you my top 3 tips on focusing on the quality of your sleep, that if you start implementing these right now, you're going to sleep better, you're going to feel more rested, you're going to feel much better and ready to tackle your to-do lists. So tip number 1 is actually a sleep routine. Most kids have a really solid bedtime routine, right? Story time, pajamas, bath night, whatever, however that looks for everybody else. But you as an adult need that too. So I mean this in 2 ways. I mean a sleep routine in the sense of activities that are leading up to sleep. So maybe you're always, washing your face and brushing your teeth. That's part of your routine. Maybe it's a cup of bedtime tea before you go to bed. Maybe it is reading a book before you go to sleep. Whatever your routine looks like, that is a part of a really solid sleep routine. But the other really key thing is actually your sleep times. Going to bed at the same time every night and getting up at the same time every morning is really, really important, especially if you struggle with sleep and sleep quality. Keeping a consistent sleep time and wake time is really, really going to help. It helps your circadian rhythm. It helps to prepare your body to know what's coming. It helps to prepare your body to know that it's time to sleep. Even on the weekends, if sleep is a challenge for you, pick a time that you can consistently go to bed and you can consistently wake up. It's going to help you feel much better. Tip number 2 is to cut back on the alcohol consumption. Now, I'm not going to fight you on this one. I'm probably going to lose a few of you on this, but just hear me out for a second. Alcohol actually drastically interferes with REM sleep. Even 1 drink of alcohol in the afternoon, evening can ensure that you're not getting any REM sleep at all for the night. Alcohol it's considered a depressant. So a lot of people will use it thinking, oh, it helps me fall asleep better, but that's not quite the case. It helps you pass out. It helps you lose consciousness. Even if you're not intoxicated, that's what alcohol is doing. It's not actually helping you fall asleep. And alcohol, like I mentioned, does prevent you from getting into that rapid eye movement, that restorative phase of sleep. So I'm not going to tell you to cut out alcohol completely. But what my recommendation is like 4 to 5 nights a week abstain from alcohol entirely. Save your alcohol consumption for, 2 to 3 nights a week, maybe when you're socializing or you're out for a date with your partner or something like that. And then compare, see how the quality of your sleep on the nights that you don't have a drink compares to the nights that you do. And especially if you're someone who is struggling with sleep, cutting out alcohol for a little while just to get your sleep at a really consistent place can be really helpful. So for those 4 to 5 nights a week, eliminate the alcohol entirely and see if that makes a difference on how you feel for sleep, but also how you're feeling in the morning and if you're feeling rested or not. And tip number 3 is movement every day. Now, I'm not talking that you need to hit the gym for a 90-minute sweat session every day, although if you have time to and that makes you feel great, amazing. But what I am talking about is squeezing in some types of movement. Exercise is important. Strength training is important. Cardio exercise is important. But what I like to tell people to focus on is fit those in where you can, but really focus on movement. So if you don't have time for that 90-minute gym session every day, that's okay. If you can squeeze that in once a week, amazing. The other days, get a 20-minute walk, a half-hour yoga session, playing with your kids, running around outside, even doing some stretches in front of the TV. Here's the thing about exercise or movement in general is that it's one of the most powerful stress busters that we have. And I will tell you right now that stress is a huge reason why your quality of sleep might not be great. So moving every day is going to really help lower your stress levels. But not only that, it helps you move your body. Obviously, and it makes you physically tired. It's going to help ensure a better sleep at the end of the day. Another little side tip here is if you can put your exercise or your movement in the morning, that's actually a really great way to kind of set your circadian rhythm, which is going to help with your sleep cycle all around. So if you are feeling overwhelmed with all of the things you need to do, start with just these 3 small things to really focus on the quality of your sleep. Because honestly, improving your sleep quality is one of the most impactful things you can do. It's going to take you from cranky and irritated to calm and peaceful. It's going to take you from snapping at your kids all the time to parenting with patience. Sleep quality drastically helps improve, energy, weight maintenance, weight loss, your job performance, your enjoyment of life, your feeling of quality and control over your own life. Sleep is one of the best investments we can make for mental and physical health across the board. So use those tips, get started right now to focus on the quality of your sleep. But I have some other really great news for you. I have a workshop, the Superior Sleep Solution. It's a free virtual workshop you can access right now, anytime. Head on over to my website, elizabethbrothers.com, or I'm going to put a link in the video description below where you can go and you can access that workshop. And in that workshop, we look at the real reasons why women have trouble sleeping and some tips and tricks to get you started on the road to a good night's sleep, in addition to what we talked about here today. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. I can't wait to hear from you. I hope you have a great day.